Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. It's your favorite ice cream shop owner, Jansen. Woo! Or maybe somebody. I don't know. Alright, in this video today, I want to talk about why I got into the ice cream business. Why ice cream? I mean, there are so many things you could do in this world. Why ice cream? Honestly, it's a pretty good question. Why? Ice cream is kind of one of those things that, for me, I didn't have this like burning desire since I was a little kid to be in the ice cream business or just absolutely love ice cream. I didn't hate it though, I'll tell you that. But everything started out just like anything. You see an opportunity and you go for it. All my life, I've been super interested in entrepreneurship. My family owns my mom has a business, my dad has a business, he farms, my sisters have a business, heck, my brother has a business. It's in our blood. Like, for me, I always knew that I would be starting something, multiple things. I've just known forever that that's what it would be. I didn't know when or what it would be, but I knew at some point or another, it's going to happen. It's inevitable, right? And it's not for everybody. I will lead with that. But let's get back to it. So I was in college. I was definitely messing around with a lot of different business ideas, different businesses in general. Me and one of my friends started a clothing brand at one point. I was trading stocks like heavily my freshman year of college, but none of that really stuck. I'd been interviewing for internships, and honestly, none of it that I feel really just great about. I was like, I want to do something on my own. Like, let's do it. And in my hometown, I saw an opportunity to start an ice cream shop. There wasn't this idea that I've been wanting to do this for years and years and years, but it kind of came up and I was like, yeah, let's do that. I can do that. And to me, I actually saw it as a simpler way to kind of get into the food industry. I never in a million years would have imagined that I would be in the restaurant business, ever. Growing up, that was not something that I thought I was going to do. I don't totally love cooking or anything like that, but that's where I've ended up. And it's really funny how things work out because no, I maybe don't have that burning passion for cooking or whatever it might be. But what I do have a passion for is people. People. I love it. I love talking to people. I love meeting new people. And that's what we do. To our core, as a business, that's who we are. And it's so funny in a roundabout way that I'm right where I need to be. I would have never guessed that it would be through the food industry, the restaurant industry, the ice cream industry. But here we are, and I really am grateful to be here. Really, I didn't know this is where I would end up. I didn't know that this is where I would be. But I think the moral of this story is, if you see an opportunity, just go for it. It doesn't have to be that thing that, that perfect idea or whatever it might be. You just have to try stuff. You gotta get out there and do it. Just do it. That's all you gotta do, baby. You just gotta get out there and try new things, and not being afraid of failure is like the number one thing. You just gotta try stuff. Yes, you're going to fail. I fail all the time. Probably, I would say multiple times a day. It's quite a few times a day, I'm gonna be honest. But that's okay. That's literally how I learn. I just gotta get out there and do things, because if you don't, you're never really gonna know. People talk about it, you can ask people for advice, but it's not the same. It doesn't work that way, at least for me. I'll tell you that right now. That's kind of where it all started. I never had this burning passion for ice cream, but I also did not hate it either. And I felt like it was just the right thing to do in that time. And it would have been silly of me to not try it. And that is how I started this, in a shed. That's what I had to work with. I didn't have a building or anything like that. My sisters have a business, and they said that they would rent some property to me and allow me to put a shed on that property and get it renovated. It's what we're in right now, actually. And that's kind of how it all started. But you just gotta start with an idea and just build off of it. It doesn't matter what. It genuinely does not matter what, as long as it's something that you know that people want. Ice cream, people want it. As long as it's good, as long as There's so many other things to it, and even in the beginning, no, I didn't realize that, but you just gotta do it. You gotta try stuff. I would have never known that I loved making videos like these if I hadn't gotten into the ice cream business. Isn't that weird? Like, isn't that kind of weird to think about? But it's so true. And you wanna know how that happened? I was like, shoot, I need to start marketing this business. I need to be getting it out there because, well, we are literally, in this location, way off the road. You really would not see us if you're driving by. So to me, I was like, okay, well, we've got to up our game in the advertising and marketing department on social media. Well, how can we do that, Jansen? I know. Let's make videos. Let's make entertaining videos that people want to watch that aren't just, hey, here's my product, come get it. No, let's make something that is engaging, that makes people laugh, makes people forget about the moment that they might be in. And at the end of the day, if that makes you want to come try some of our ice cream, that'd be pretty great too. And that's the philosophy that I took. I started making videos, advertising our products and what we do and who we are. And I fell in love with it. I love making videos. I enjoy being on camera, which is kind of weird to say even, to think about. I just do. I almost feel like I'm my most natural self doing these videos and being on video and doing these advertisements. It feels like it's something that I would have never known had I not done ice cream, had I not gotten into the ice cream business. You just gotta do it. You gotta start. But that's what we did. We started with the ice cream, and hopefully I've kind of answered why I got into the ice cream business, but in some ways, maybe I haven't. For me, I just saw it as an opportunity. Like, it was less about what the business was and more about the fact that it was a business. It was something of my own. It was tangible. It was very real. And I could devote my time and energy to it. And that is what drew me in. I love entrepreneurship. That's where I started. That was the burning passion with me. I wanted to start a business. I had this energy. I had the time to do it. I just had to find the thing to devote it to. But I think people are always so critical on that thing. You just gotta choose something. You just gotta choose. I would have never known that I enjoyed making these videos if it wasn't for ice cream. I would have never known that I genuinely do love ice cream and have this passion for ice cream had I not just jumped in and done it. That's the moral of the story, people. You just gotta do it. But that's how it all started. There was not really one in our area, and they had the space. And ice cream is kind of one of those things, like a lot of people will talk about it or their families will talk about it. And I was just kind of like, I could do that. Or so I thought. I got it figured out, but let's just say it is a little more complicated than most people might think. And that just goes with everything. Honestly, everything worth doing in life really normally becomes more difficult than you ever realize. And that's the truth. So that's kind of where it all started for me. It started in a shed. We had 16 different flavors of ice cream, and I was scooping like crazy that first week. I mean, my wrists still aren't right from scooping ice cream. So it's all part of the fun, but that's how it started. That's what started Chills. And we can kind of go into a little more about how I came up with the idea of Chills, but the name, what we do, what makes us different, all that kind of stuff on the next video. But in this one, I just kind of wanted to touch on a little bit of like, why ice cream? And the answer, out of all of that, of everything that I just said, I don't know. It was an opportunity and I went for it. And I'm so glad I did. So again, if I can leave you with anything, just do it. If it's a business, just try it. It fails, failure. Failure. That's it. That's the scariest thing somebody can say. You're a failure. Are you though? Because you're out here trying stuff and not afraid of being judged. Sounds like the opposite of a failure if you ask me. Well, hey, what do I know? Probably not a lot, but that's okay. I'm okay with failing. Like I said, I fail all the time. I don't care. It's part of it. It's part of life. How else are you going to learn? Reading a book? It's cool. Books are great. It's not going to really allow you to truly learn, though. You got to do it. You just got to do stuff. I could talk, honestly, I could go on and on about this forever, but that's the moral of the story. That's why I started, because I knew I wanted to start a business, and it just so happened to be ice cream. There was no thought out plan. I will say, partially there was. If you think about it in general, ice cream is one of the few industries that aren't like totally consumed with national chains. Yeah, there are some out there for sure, but very few. Nowhere near the amount that there are in full-on food or, fast food, whatever it is. So to me, it was like, it almost in a way was a way for us to kind of get a foothold and start to branch out from there to food items, to more. Because I always knew we would want to do more than just ice cream. But that's it, guys. I want to leave you there. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, maybe, if you enjoyed it. I don't know. Be cool. My name is Jansen. I love ice cream. Have a delightful day.